This is Jeff Gallion, the Stallion with MMA-KO, and we are standing next to the coach, the Godfather over here at Carnage MMA, the place where it all happens. My man, my friend, Mike Rumsey. Mike, tell us about what is going on right here at Carnage.
Well, first of all, it's good to have you guys back. Can I get a hug?
Absolutely, hugs around the room. Tell us about it. I mean, this is a new spot, man, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, we've been here for about 6 months. We decided to upgrade and go to the next level, get more people in here, start working with kids. We got kids classes now. We're trying to start the kids really young so we can develop them with our style and bring them up and eventually get them in the cage when they get older.
Now look at these. Look at all the great belt championships that have came out here. If you could, the kids that don't know, go down the road of the history of this team, Carnage, how it all began.
It all began, let's say 12, 13 years ago. We were Team X under Cal Worsham. Cal took me under his wing, a couple other guys brought us in. We trained for him for a long time, started fighting for him, and eventually I got to take over the team, and Mr. Worsham wanted too much money for the name, so we had to change the name. So we changed it to Carnage, and have been growing ever since.
You had the legends here. Of course, we know about James Fanchier. We have, obviously, Jamie El Kakuihara. The legends keep going. Mutt, you know, the great fighters that have came in, and fighters that come in and out of here and still training, because a lot of people are coming in here. Guys like Max Griffin.
Yeah, Max steps in sometimes, puts a whooping on all the guys, and then walks out the door with a smile on his face. But besides that, yeah, it's a good time. So, those guys, Fanchier's retired, obviously. Drew Montgomery, he fell off the face for a long time, but actually we're looking for a fight for him maybe March or April.
Really?
He landed a career job, had to focus on that for a while, and then just told me about 3 weeks ago, said, hey, I'm going to be ready to fight about March or April. So we're working on a couple things for him. Corey Layton, he's like one of the godfathers in here. He is in here every day working with kids, taking them under his wing, trying to help develop them. And Corey's probably going to be fighting March or April too. So we got a lot of things going on the first of the year. A couple guys in Bellator, Jamie over at Global Knockout. We're trying to finalize a few deals for X1 in Hawaii. So we're starting to branch out a little bit and fight a little bit out of the region.
Now tell us, what does it take? What do you got to do? Any special deals? What happens? What does it take to get into Carnage? What do? Do you just walk through the front door and say, hey, I'm ready to fight, and I want to be a trainer, I want to run jiu-jitsu, I want to learn how to box? What does it take to come into Carnage and train?
It takes commitment. 4 or 5 days a week, 2 or 3 hours a day. We like the guys that come through the door and say, hey, I'm ready to fight. Okay, go over there and roll around with that guy for a little bit, and by the time they're done, they usually change their mind. You got to watch out for the guys that come in the girls' volleyball shirts, and I say, you got any experience? Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then I go home and Google search them and find out they've done tournaments all over the world. So it's carnage. It's carnage.
It's carnage, and I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. And let's talk about you. You've been in there. Are you done, or do we think there's a chance of a possible return of Rumsey?
Okay, me and you went through this about a year ago. I said I was done. 3 months later, I fought again, won that title. I was done after that. I got a wild hair, decided to fight again, a month and a half ago. A lot of people don't know that fight. I couldn't train for that fight. I screwed a rib up pretty bad about 6 weeks out, hampered the training. Then about 2 weeks out, I was over in Maui at a jiu-jitsu place over there, and they were helping me. They took me in like family, and ended up, my back went out on me the second week I was there, so I didn't train for this last fight. I did lose on a decision, but there was some things that happened. They ended up reversing the decision. So I called my opponent, and I promised him that if I ever fight again, that I'll do a rematch with him.
Wow, so there's a possible chance of that happening down the line. That is huge, Rumsey, and I'll tell you, we're excited to see that.
Yeah, it'd be a good fight. It was a good fight for both of us. I was no excuses. He won. They gave him the win that night, and my philosophy's always been with these guys here: don't let it go to the judges if you don't want a bad decision. But with that said, I was about 50 or 60% that night. I gassed out towards the end of the second round because obviously I didn't train, but I still fought because I sold hundreds and hundreds of tickets.
Hundreds. You are a big ticket seller, so you know they're going to be rolling out the red carpet for Mike Rumsey and Team Carnage, and you know what he brings when it comes to tickets. Okay, so let's say if it's at Carnage, when you're here, get your stuff, get your gear, show up to this gym because that's the place it needs to be done. Tell us the address. Tell us if you could let loose a little bit of the pricing on a starting coming in for classes.
6224 Walnut Avenue in Orangevale. Our pricing, we're actually getting ready to run a special $70 a month for all unlimited classes, including gi jiu-jitsu. There's no one anywhere in the valley that's going to compete with that price. So the cheapest price is around. I'm able to do that because I'm getting some help from, we're putting like a board of directors together here and getting some sponsorships in place to help get this team to the next level. NutriShop Folsom, Ted over there. We got Padilla Bell Bonds involved in it. We got you guys that are going to be helping us out. It's all old school people that are getting back together.
Bring in the boys back together. That's how we do it. If you want to train, if you want to be at this place, this is where it all started. This is the church. This is the birth of MMA-KO, local MMA right here in Sacramento. Do not miss this opportunity to train here at Carnage.